Hey, I'm talking live, so if you talk loud, it'll be on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey everyone, going live here, and let me get a good view here of this. Better here. It's kind of bleak in this seam. I don't intend that. I don't intend that. So, okay then. So I'm just reporting on this one thing that happened to me. I don't normally talk on this channel, but I'm doing so today because it's more of my writer's name, the same name as my name, the name that I use as a writer. And I figure I could talk about my books on this particular channel, perhaps, and that would be cool. So the book in question here is still in the process of being written, and it's going to probably be called So That's What Love Is For Anyway. Or I might add huh to the end. So that's what love is for anyway, huh? Or something along these lines. The title is not exactly pinned down. I'm still honing it. So, and this is the third novel in a series. And the series starts with the first book, Mastafari and Stir Fry Spectacular. So these books have more of a humorous nature to them, being fiction and long, um, lengthy fiction or long fiction. And so this third one, that I'm in the process of writing, I have more. I've probably about half of it done. I'm about 20,000 words in, and I got to this scene, and I was writing everything in sequential order. No, why don't let me step back and say the overall points everyone gets me to understand what I'm saying. So basically, Elon Musk changed the name of Twitter to X simultaneously in real time to me beginning to write the scene involving Xander Effingbaum, who I abbreviate as X. And that's following in sequential order from all the previous scenes that I was writing. And it is within a day or two. Imagine like I'm writing this novel in sequential order. I get to chapter 8. We arrive at the scene where Xander Effingbaum, abbreviated as X in this draft, X, he's going to come in this huge blimp and save Dan because Dan wandered off into the desert, went the wrong way, and needed someone to rescue or save him. It's a character Dan in this book. And so this other character, Xander Effingbaum, who happens to be a rich millionaire. I might change it from a billionaire to a millionaire. Let's just say he's a rich millionaire then. Xander Effingbaum has to step in and save him. He's flying his blimp towards him. Dan sets out flares on the ground. And he's pretty sure now that Xander Effingbaum is coming in his blimp to save him. The very day that I start that, the very day that I have Dan putting down flares on the ground, and the very day he sees Xander Effingbaum in the distance with the blimp coming to save him, and I'm abbreviating this as X, sitting in Pete's coffee typing. That was apparently the very day that Elon Musk changed the name of Twitter to X. Okay, and that's the thing of the same name. So I had to put all this on a timeline with each date separate. So here's what I got. Okay, here's what I got. Saturday, July 22nd, in the morning. That's the day I wrote that scene. The beginning of the scene with X. Sunday, July 23rd, Elon Musk was said to have changed the name of Twitter. That's the very day after. The scene was still like brewing in my mind. I wasn't writing anything. Then Monday, the 24th, was the first article that I ever saw about it, or the first published article that seems to have been published. Sorry, let me say that again. The first known published article about the topic. Okay. Then Tuesday, the 25th, that's the date of the most relevant saved draft to Google Drive by me. However, I don't have drafts saved on the 24th or the 23rd or 22nd. The one prior to that is the 16th. So I have one from the 16th that doesn't have Xander Effingbaum, but it's leading up sequentially to the pre-planned scene from my outline. Then I have one saved on the 25th. Now this gets a little confusing. The 25th was Tuesday. And around the next day is when I was made fully aware of Twitter even changing their name. So, I did not have in mind Elon Musk as being this character, as being Xander Effingbaum. That's not who I was thinking of. It's not what I really think. It's not who I really think that it, or, if it is anybody, I didn't think the guy existed in reality, to tell you the truth. So, okay, Xander Effingbaum. He basically he's a millionaire. He owns his blimp. He lives in it. He married a supermodel. She's kind of reclusive as well. Um, I originally thought of him as a billionaire, but I think I'm gonna make it so that his wife is the billionaire and he's just a millionaire. He just got to the level of owning a blimp. Okay, so that sounds feasible, right? Does that sound right to people? I think so. I think so. So, how this happened is probably, I'll give you my theory. I was writing in Pete's on Saturday morning. That was the 22nd, the day before that Elon Musk did that. The day before Elon Musk did that. Sorry, there's like cars around here, and this car exhaust is probably like messing me up too. So when I was in Pete's writing, it's close quarters in there with other people. And it's possible that someone else, one or two or three other people, might have seen what I was writing and they saw something abbreviated as X or they saw something like that. Now, I've seen from these articles on the internet that Elon Musk had such aims before to use this corporate name because he wanted to change PayPal's official name to X, and that failed before. So this was obviously in Musk's mind prior to this time. So one possible idea is that we are down low, trade warring over corporate names or copyright trademark issues here, where he wanted to lay the first claim, and the very minute that someone is using that particular nomenclature or this particular moniker, the very minute that Musk was all over it and wanted to make sure that he himself what's it called? I can't even think of the word. Cornered the market on it or took it for himself to make sure that he's the one that has it, not me. But let me tell you, this is just a fictional work. I don't think it's relevant, So that would be another theory, which is that if someone is there writing a novel and it has that name, that means the name has societal acceptance. That means that Elon Musk can use it as a name for Twitter. This is a possibility. So that's another possible thing. I don't think anyone hacked my. I don't think the world revolves around me either. To think that someone hacked my files, it wasn't needed. Plus, I didn't upload to Google that day, so it's more likely someone saw it. Someone sitting nearby saw what I was doing, or it's completely coincidental. It's by the hand of God, and he didn't really know. No one really knew. They didn't pass along the information. There weren't people who work at Twitter happening to stop by, happening to see it, happening to see that by mistake or anything, or just looking at what I was doing. Anything's possible here. Maybe it is just a coincidence. Maybe it is just by the hand of God. Maybe it just happened simultaneously, just because. And I don't really know. So anyway, was there something else to say about this? I am going to probably screencast this with my Chromebook, and that will look a great deal better because I can put the actual with that thing. I can show my screen and show the dates that I have these files on Google Drive. I have even the outlines and character sheets from before, and these are from like years ago at this point. So, I mean, Xander Effingbaum, the character and the scene, it's been planned for years now. Years. I've had these files for years. So, yeah, the draft is really the new file. Anyway, so if I screencast that and people can see the actual dates on my Google Drive and stuff, that's what I probably aim to do for this to gain merit in any capacity level whatsoever. So that should be fairly hunky-dory. That should be fairly good. Maybe I could read from this CNN article or whatever. I don't even know. Elon Musk rebans Twitter X as X. Yeah, it says Musk made the shock announcement of his plans early Sunday. By Monday morning, the U.S. time, he tweeted that X.com now points to Twitter.com. Wow. So yeah, I think I made the point clear. What's still got here? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off here. Should be good. So, anyway, and here's another thing. I never met Musk in person. I've never seen him in there before myself. We have not talked face to face. It's likely he knows me. Likely he knows me, but we've not talked face to face ever. Anyway, yeah. Everyone have a good day. Bye. I'll drop off now.